Hello everybody. Today I thought it would be fun to make some place setting cards for my Thanksgiving table. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that with a masking paper and the deco foil by iCraft today. So let's get started. The first thing I did was I cut out a piece of paper 3 by 4 because I'm going to be using this little stamp. So I want it to go on the bottom, and this is a really, I think it's by 7 Gypsies. It's a real easy little stamp. So I just fold it over so I know that my placement's right. And then I go ahead, line it up relatively well, and then just stamp. And then there's my little image. That's where I'm going to write my name. Then from there, I take some masking paper by Brutus Monroe, and I need to cover this image up because I'm going to foil this, but I don't want that to be foiled. And I stamp, it's really nice because the backing on it has Brutus Monroe on it, and I know that that's not where I want to stamp my image. I'm going to stamp my image right here, and I'm going to be left with this after I cut it out. So I cut it out and I'm left with this little circle that I will then place over this. And then I'm left with this. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and take my stencil, and I'm going to use a little bit of washi tape to hold it down in the back. Some people are like, oh no, don't use washi tape, it's too expensive. Do you ever really go through a roll of washi tape though? Like, I never have gone through a roll of washi tape. I did kind of put some on my clothes just to allow it to not be so sticky when I lift it up, but I don't really care about the back. So, okay, so I'm just gonna line this up how I see fit. I'm gonna be using some deco foil transfer gel and a small spatula. This gel has a consistency of mayonnaise. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spread it over my stencil carefully. And I have my little name area protected, my stamped image protected. It ends up being too hard trying to avoid that completely, so there you go. And I'm just using one of my craft knife, like just a straight edge, just to get it on. And that's pretty good coverage. So I'm going to go ahead and just wipe this off. A lot of people will go ahead and actually run this under some soap and water, but I have baby wipes next to me. And you do want to get the transfer gel off because it will harden and, you know, onto this and your stencil, so you do want to remove it. I'm noticing that the baby wipes remove it just fine. So I want to lift this straight up, and there we go. That's the image that I'm left with. Then what you want to do is you want to lightly remove your mask. Now, you can reuse these masks when you don't foil over them. But whenever you do any kind of stenciling like this, it's best just to, you know, toss the mask because I'm not going to be able to save it. But if it was just a stamped image and it's an image I use a lot of, I could totally reuse it. And I'm taking this off now while it's wet, because if I wait until it dries, I won't be able to get it off, or it'll remove a portion of my stenciling, and I don't want that. Stuck to my fingers. All right, now I need to set this aside and let it dry completely, and I'm going to know that it's dry because it's going to go clear, like this one is clear. So that shows me that it's dry because it's clear and shiny. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just deco foil this, outer foil. I'm taking just a piece of copy paper. I'm going to put this right here. I cut off a sheet of my deco foil. I'm placing it over my image, making sure that the non-glossy side, the non-shiny side, is down. And I'm going to put this through my laminator. I don't have a Heidi Minx. I have a laminator by Scotch that I think it's Scotch. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I got it at Joann's for 25 bucks and it works just fine. So you're going to put this in crease side first into your laminating machine. Make sure it's good and hot. It needs to heat up to 5 mil. So from here, we're going to go ahead and open it up. You can remove it like right away. It doesn't take any time whatsoever to have to set up, really. Some people wait for it to cool. I haven't noticed that it made any difference at all. And I'm just going to go ahead and remove that foil. And you might want to keep this image for later. You'll be surprised at what you can do with those negative images. Okay, so here's my little half of the card. And from here, I'm going to go ahead and write inside of the nameplate the name for the person who I want to sit in that spot for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to start with my son, Logan. So I just wrote out his name with a pen and I'm going to fold that over and there we go. It's a lovely little place setting card that was pretty easy to do. The cool thing is you can actually take this and do the stenciling on a bunch of them at one time, bang it all out, and then you don't have to foil them right when they dry. You can put it away and come back to it later, and it takes no time at all. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope that you liked the video. Please make sure you subscribe. You can find me on Instagram for other projects and things under Bets Golden. You can also find me on my blog, which is Scrappy Cafe, www.scrappycafe.blogspot.com. Make sure you like this video and you subscribe to my channel. Until next time, happy crafting.